Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Paul Gustafson, and this is Healthy Hypnosis. This is the show that helps educate and enlighten people on the serious-minded, helpful side of the field of hypnotherapy. And you know, I do shows a lot where I'm talking, trying to help you guys understand the merits of this peaceful process of hypnosis. But occasionally, and more often than not lately, we have the great opportunity to have past clients come on the show to talk about their experience, and that's what we have today. So I want to welcome Haley onto the show.
Hello.
Hello. So you came for hypnosis.
I did.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
And obviously it was a positive experience. We probably wouldn't have you on the show unless it was, right?
No,
so,
it was very positive.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Helped me a lot.
Yeah. How had you been thinking about hypnosis for a while, or I think you had a friend who mentioned it.
One of my friends came to you and got hypnotized for stress, and she brought it up one day, and I was like, well, what have I been doing for the past 10 years? So I gave it a try. Yeah. And I'm a different person.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to get to that. So did she suggest it, and then you connected with me right away, or was there a period of time?
It was like, there was like a couple weeks I was iffy about it, and then I was like, I have nothing to lose, so.
Give our viewers an idea of what you were up against and kind of the backstory.
I suffered from really bad anxiety, a lot of family issues. Just I would have anxiety about nothing. Little things. I would stay in my house. I wouldn't go out. It just because I had anxiety and stress, and it was just
overwhelming.
Yeah, and I didn't want to. I was on medications for it.
Yeah.
My whole life, and I didn't want to be on it anymore. I didn't want to be on medications and pills and have to take something every day. I just wanted to be like normal, I guess. Be able to go out and do the things I want to do without this like anxiety.
How long had it been since you felt normal? Oh, good. Before we met.
A while. Whenever I was on the medication, I felt fine, but I don't want to be on that for the rest of my life. I'd rather do something like hypnosis.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was recommended to you, and
yes.
Then you either called or I think you left a voicemail message maybe, and we connected. And it's a big step. I think it is for a lot of people. The decision to pursue something like hypnosis. People don't do that lightly. It's not regulated in the state of Massachusetts. Anybody can take a weekend seminar and call themselves a practitioner. So it's a buyer beware. But you had recommendation from someone you knew and trust, and then worked for her. Yeah. So then you showed up, and you were in it then. There's no way to get out. You had to try it.
Yeah, I remember the first time I went to you, I woke up from the hypnosis and I just felt like 10 pounds was lifted on me. I just felt like a new person after one time. And it just I just wanted to do it and do it. It was crazy how like the first time.
That disconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It blows me away too. And I've been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah.
And I think really well how to guide people into that place. But really what happens? I don't think anybody knows. I mean, in theory, you get a tool that accesses the deep level of thought where all the behavior originates, and we can give suggestions that help you to separate and disconnect, and that's what you're talking about experiencing, right?
Yes, exactly.
So we talked for a while before we get started, and then we did some self-hypnosis first, and then
the breathing and whatnot, and then went into it.
Then we dove in the deep end.
Yes.
You had the headphones on, and what was it like? I mean, was it difficult to get into the process of hypnosis?
I would just close my eyes and took a deep breath and just let it happen.
Yeah.
I wasn't overthinking it. Just let it happen.
There's a feel-good component to it right off the bat, isn't there? When you got some guy talking about relaxation and more relaxation and deeper relaxation, it becomes overwhelming in a wonderful way, Yeah,
it does. It's great feeling just to feel relaxed and nothing. You have no worries, nothing, and it's just I can't even describe it.
Yeah, it's a sense of peaceful stillness that very few people experience, and I tell everybody, and I say it with confidence, that they come in, you didn't know me, You'd never been to my office before, and you certainly didn't know anything about hypnosis. And it continues to blow me away how most people have this profound whoa moment where the separation begins right when we first meet.
Yep.
So you came out of that first session and...
Couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah.
I was just happy.
Yeah.
It was great. Now I'm like that all the time. So,
really?
Yeah.
And we did 3 sessions.
Yes, we did. 3 sessions. I listened to them every single day. I still do.
Yeah?
Every single day. And it just...
Do you have a rotation, or do you just pick and choose?
I either do it in the morning or at night. I just always make sure I make time for it.
Are you listening to all 3 sessions every day, or just one of them?
I switch off between all of them.
You can't do it too much, can you?
No.
You can't relax
Absolutely
too
not.
much.
No.
Yeah.
I don't plan on stopping listening to them either.
No.
Yeah.
No. So you came back for the second session, and you knew stuff.
Yeah.
You knew me. You knew the process. And you certainly knew the place. Was it second session any different?
I felt even better.
Yeah.
I was just even happier. After doing it for like the week prior,
Right.
I was just like, oh, it was, I really can't describe it, but it was just great. I just felt myself like changing.
Really? In what way?
Just being more happy and like doing things that I'd get anxiety about, and like not worrying about my past as much, focusing more on my future and what I can do, and just...
Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
That stuff is back there.
Yeah.
It's a memory. Yeah. And all we have is this very second right now.
Yes. In the future. It's all I'm looking...
Future hasn't even arrived yet, right?
I know, yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? So it's amazing to me how people, and I've been guilty of this myself, we carry stuff around with us, and it piles up, and then we develop patterns. Like you've just established this new pattern of freedom and relief and relaxation and focus and comfort. You had patterns of frustration and stress and anxiety, anticipatory anxiety.
Yeah.
You were worrying about it before it happened. Even maybe if it did happen, it may not happen, the things we worry about.
I know.
Those patterns get formed.
Yes, and that one's gone.
Yeah.
Now I have this new one, and...
You just didn't know you had a choice.
No, I didn't.
No.
Nope.
So we take the same approach. What the solution is, you didn't know that by repeating all those patterns of stress and worry that they become automatically part of who you are until you met the right hypnotist.
Exactly.
But now, so with the same approach, it's simple, isn't it? We just repeat better stuff, and we do it down here at a deeper level.
Yes, it's simple. I don't know why more people haven't done this.
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
Tell the home audience it doesn't make sense that they need to pursue.
It really doesn't. It's just so like simple and relaxing and good for you, and it's not.
Right away, good for you.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Why doctors aren't doing it, or therapists, or I don't know.
And there are psychologists who may dabble with, and they don't do it frequently enough to do it well. So.
Yeah.
And because it's not regulated in the state of Massachusetts, like I said, the doctors know who to refer to. So, but yeah, you're right. I think it's great that that you wanted to come on and talk about it, because it's people like you.
Yep.
They don't need to hear it from me. No one twisted your arm to come on, right? No.
No, I just think it should be known.
Yeah. So you came back for the second session, and the pattern had been set, and the foundation of this new relief that you were creating was getting thicker and stronger.
Yep.
Was there a period of cautious optimism where you weren't sure if this was going to stick?
Yeah, the first sometimes I was like, I'm getting anxiety, and then I'm like, I listened to the tape and I was like, well, that was easy. But now I don't have anxiety anymore. But in the earlier sessions, I'd be like, uh-oh, I can feel it, and I just listen to the session, and I'd be like, well, there it goes.
Yeah, you would be feeling this just in your day-to-day travels kind of thing, or at the time of the session?
No, not the time of the session.
Yeah.
Just like during a day, I would just get it and I'd be like, no, this isn't happening. And now it doesn't. I don't have anxiety. I don't get that feeling anymore.
Right. You probably still will at some point in your life experience a little stress.
I know.
But
I know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
So I'm
you
not
won't be
worried about
imprisoned by it and overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, like I used to be.
You were.
Now I know how to handle it. I won't have to pop a pill or anything. It just is such a relief.
Does it have to be handled now, do you think, or is it just something that's kind of faded away?
I think it's slowly fading away.
Yeah. I'm glad that you said slowly, because it is a process, isn't it?
I mean, you feel good after that first session, but it takes time for it to like build up.
Mm-hmm.
And like slowly you just feel better and better and better.
And I caution, and I'm sure I said the same thing to you, it's that cautious optimism. You know, people, especially the stress clients, they feel good right away. And it's easy to say to yourself, I'm fixed.
Yeah.
Good to go. I'll listen to the sessions when I get around to it, but you know, it's repetition that caused the problem patterns. And how long did you have the problem? Years?
Years.
Yeah.
Years.
A lot of repetition.
Yeah.
The root of those problems were really thick and strong, just like the root of the pattern that a smoker has.
Yeah.
You know, I tell clients, even who don't smoke, that everyone on the planet knows it'll kill them. Why it exists as a multi-billion-dollar industry is a testament to how powerful that subconscious is. Repeat, 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 thick, strong, rooted pattern.
Yeah.
That consciously we know stuff, but once it gets rooted, I point to the heart for the subconscious. So, so you're going to work on this foundation.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Just get stronger and stronger every day.
Yeah. So do you have moments where you're remembering the episodes or the situations that used to be overwhelming, and now you're seeing those situations through a new lens?
Yeah, definitely.
Now it's been a little bit of time, and you're starting to see you have some perspective now.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So, yeah.
It's awesome.
And then you came back for the third session, and it was just more of the same, and the foundation getting thicker.
Yep, it got thicker and thicker.
Yeah. What have friends or family members had to say? Have any noticed? I know that one noticed.
Yeah, they can just notice that I'm just lighter, and I don't worry, and I'm not uptight. I kind of just go with the flow now, and like.
People could see your stress before?
Yeah, like I went on to the Cape with my sister, and she was just like, when we were coming home, she was just like, you were just really different. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you were just so relaxed and easygoing. And I was just like, wow. Because like I didn't notice the change. I noticed how I felt, but I didn't think other people did. And just to hear her say that, it just made me smile. I was just like, thank God.
Yeah. Well, the change comes from so deeply within that to you, you're just kind of living your life the way you've always done it. You don't notice.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And then to hear those comments is kind of special.
Yeah, I was so happy.
That it shows to everyone else.
Yeah.
And then you start to understand the rippling effect that this can have.
Mm-hmm.
As you are now calm, centered, aware of what's going on around you, you're able to communicate much more effectively and positively. Yes. What could come from that? Well, you see things you might not have seen before. You may be aware of opportunities that you wouldn't have noticed before.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And people pick up your vibe.
Yes.
We all get a vibe. Right. And you have a wonderful vibe now. Oh. And people feel it, and it's palpable, you know?
I know, and I love that. Because I never gave off that vibe before. I was always a nervous wreck, or just...
I must say that I don't recall you being too overwhelmed and nervous when you came for the first session. So there must be some part of you that knew that freedom was close or something, because you were certainly ready. I knew you were.
Oh yeah, I was ready.
Yes. I think you wanted me to cut my pre-talk short and get right into the session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough of that. All right, I get it, Doc. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't show it that much. I'm not like, I don't talk about it. It's more inside and so deep that like it's not anymore. But
in the past.
Yes, it was in the past. And
because before it defined you, right?
Oh yeah.
It was you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I remember once I had a young, about your age, maybe a little younger, an irritable bowel syndrome client, a kid. And I said during the session, you know, I want you to look forward, as we did, you know, look forward in time and see yourself completely free in every way. And after the session, he told me he couldn't do it. Because he couldn't, what do you mean to see myself as free of this? He'd had it for so long that the concept of being this other guy without it, it was just so foreign.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is.
Yeah, it does define people, and they feel like it's them and that they're trapped. And I've had anxiety problems myself. They're long gone now, but
I would hope.
I do this for a living, you know, who could be? But yeah, you know, if you're left to just stew in it without any solutions, and once you feel trapped and powerless and you've gone through the traditional mainstream, that's, you know, why I like, you know, a lot of people in my field don't like being the last-ditch effort. They don't like being the end-of-the-road option. These are my people.
Yeah.
I love it.
Exactly.
They come in motivated, great clients. They love listening to their sessions at home. They do. You're here because of that. You were ready. And all you needed was a tool by someone, you know, that can kind of help you understand the benefit of it. So it's gone, and now you're starting to kind of review your relationship with the world. And it must be. Are you doing things now that you maybe weren't doing as readily as you were in the past, or doing things that you wouldn't do in the past?
Yeah, definitely. And I just have a lot more plans for my future now. I just see everything in a different light, and it's just awesome. Like, I wake up happy to go out and start my day.
It's an instinctive thing now.
Yeah.
You don't have to try to be happy.
No. No.
It's rooted.
It is. It's amazing.
And that's the sad part about the whole. I'm not going to slam the pharmaceutical industry, but you know, what do the medicines do? They treat symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll treat anxiety. They'll make you feel better, but there is still a root, and there's still a value or a concept that's been repeated long enough that it's taken on a life of its own, and pills will affect you globally. You know, they'll affect your whole being. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was on them, and they worked, but if I didn't take them for a day or two, I was right back at square one, and I just don't have to get up and take something every day to be happy and be the person I should be. Yeah. I'd rather just.
You are very confident. You come across very confident right now. You're like very matter of fact about this, and that is so different from the first time.
Yeah,
I mean, you make just such great direct eye contact. You know exactly what you're saying, and there's confidence in the tone of your voice, and it must feel really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wicked cool, right?
Yeah, all thanks to you, though.
Yeah, well, it's a good tool.
Yes.
And once you learn how to use it and understand that it's something that you need to use, and continue with it, so you have no end in sight in terms of when you might stop listening to sessions. I wouldn't imagine. Yeah.
No.
Why? It feels so damn good.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I want to?
Yeah.
It's relaxing, and I don't know. I don't want to stop listening to it.
So you don't have to focus or concentrate or like pay attention, right? You just
I just close my eyes, and I mean, I don't have it blasting. I turn it down, and
nice and low. Yeah.
I just relax.
Yeah. How about self-hypnosis? So you're able to slide into that?
Yeah. It's getting easier.
Explain to our viewers a little bit what your perception is of self-hypnosis and kind of how that can help you out.
Self-hypnosis, you just take deep breaths and kind of lower yourself and get relaxed, and you're not listening to anything. It's just you. It's just you, and you just take deep. It's hard to describe. You just take deep breaths, and you just center yourself into this you know.
You know what you. I know that it's frustrating for you right now to describe it, but it's a very common thing, because I had a client once I asked a few years ago the same question, and we've been doing self-hypnosis. She clearly knew. I said, so, Susan, tell me what your process is. And she says, I don't know, I just go there.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. It's hard to describe.
Yeah. It is, because it's so foreign to what we're all used to in our day-to-day travels. Had you had any experience with meditation before?
No.
No.
None.
No relaxation techniques. With all that stress you were encountering, you never... Yeah.
Not anything that
Nothing
worked.
that worked.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
We met, so I guess none of it worked. So.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. Yeah. But with self-hypnosis, you can take a few deep breaths.
Yeah, I can get to my place.
Your place? What's your place like?
Just calm.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just relaxing. Not a care in the world.
Hey, we've got a couple of minutes. Should we run through the paces of self-hypnosis real quick like we did in the office?
Sure.
Feel like relaxing?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What a stupid question that was. Wow. Well, let's do this then. You can close the eyes, and let's do the first thing that we talked about in the office. 5 deep cleansing breaths. And we know that the deep breaths stimulate endorphins. Endorphins create relaxation. So when you take them, you have that anticipation, the expectation that the shift begins. And it's that anticipation that tells the subconscious exactly what to do. Good. So now you draw your attention on your breathing. Focus on the process of breathing. And you know that by paying attention to your breathing, you force yourself to focus within, and every time we do that, we slide right into that meditative state of mind. So take a couple moments now and pay very, very close attention to each breath. You're not aware of what's going on around here. You're just focused on the chest muscles expanding and contracting. And when you do this, you anticipate that shift. That settling in process deepens just by focusing on your breathing. Good. And you feel that shift deepening. Now's the time you can start to imagine some wonderful things. You can imagine that you can now inhale that wonderful sensation of relaxation into your body. So start to fantasize, imagine, and pretend. That sensation that you're so familiar with. Pure comfort. And after a few of these well-intended breaths, you start to feel that flow. And it starts to spread down through the body very quickly. That's right. And once you get that flow going, you can start to imagine the accumulation. If every breath carries in more, it's going to fill you up. So you think about that, what you want it to feel like. That's right. Now, one of the first changes that we normally experience with this accumulation is how our breathing becomes pleasantly affected. Oftentimes it starts to become very shallow and slow. And you may experience that today. It's amazing how quickly we can shift within. That's right. Everything about you becomes ultra peaceful and still. Good. And then, because you programmed each breath in, it makes perfect sense that you can program each breath out. So be aware of each exhale breath. You don't have to do anything differently, but just notice that you're now able to release and let go of the worries, the hesitations, the stress and concerns. And the beauty of the process is, as you know, Haley, that you don't have to know exactly what you're releasing. Just let your subconscious find it. All you focus on is letting go. And this is what you do with self-hypnosis. And just by thinking like this, you notice that you start to sink into that self-hypnotic state of mind. So as you continue to enjoy this moment of serenity, I'll just review for the people at home. We take deep breaths, endorphins flow. It's a physiological fact. It's unavoidable, which is what's beautiful about it. And it's your anticipation. You're anticipating this shift to occur, the endorphins to be released. And then we pay attention to our breathing. Draws our focus inwardly, and then we pretend we can inhale what we want. Pure relaxing comfort, and exhale and release what we could benefit being free of. And we're right down in this peaceful meditative state. So you're at home, you're doing self-hypnosis, you've created this beautiful moment of serenity. Now you have the opportunity to program, to anticipate this future of yours. So just take a moment now, and I want you to look forward in time. This is something that you've been doing on your own, but we want to show the audience. Start to anticipate not only the success you want to have, the changes you want to make, but begin to feel the emotions that will come from that freedom. And this is what you can do on your own, unassisted. Good. The only limits are those we self-impose. You've released all the limitations, and you're free to fantasize, to connect with all the dramatic success of your choice. So now, you don't need my help. You can just direct yourself to return to full conscious awakening when you feel it's right. Gradually and comfortably, become aware of the studio. Easy?
Yes.
Yeah. People who go into moderate to deep trance, they have the rapid eye movement, so your eyes were fluttering under your eyelids. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Lips were parted, breathing become. That was easy, comfortable, right down there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you don't need the help. You didn't need my help to get there. That's something that you just do.
Yeah.
But to the viewers at home, you know, we let them know that that's kind of what we did, right? In the office, go through the paces. Mm-hmm. But then once you know it.
Easy as that.
Was that nice and deep?
Yes.
Yeah. Quick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You just go there, right?
Yeah. You just go to your place and feel great.
Yeah. It hits the reset button, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It hits the reset. So.
It does.
Yeah. So if you had one thought, something that you wanted to share with, as if you haven't shared enough, what would you tell someone who is curious about pursuing something like hypnosis? To sum it all up.
To sum it all up, I would say, what are you waiting for? It's so, it's just so simple. It's something that can change your life that is so simple, and don't waste any more time.
Like Michael Jordan used to say with the Nike commercial, just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Don't think twice, just do it.
Don't think twice, just do it.
Yep.
Cool.
Yes.
I want to thank you for coming on the show.
This
has been great.
Me.
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
It's a nice closure to our time together, isn't it?
It is.
You know? We went through the journey and you've learned the process, and here you are.
Yes.
You know? Smiling and happy and confident and stress-free.
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 Yes.
Maybe you'll come on the show down the road and we'll update our viewers.
Definitely, I'd love to.
Good deal. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Folks, this has been another episode of Healthy Hypnosis. I want to thank you for tuning in. Please keep us in mind down the road. We've got so many great episodes coming your way. I'm Paul Gustafson. This has been Healthy Hypnosis, and we'll see you next time.